Hi everyone, welcome to another video tutorial of the ordinary gift. Today I'm going to teach you how to print the business card on A3 size cardstock. You could print on A4. If your printer only allows you to print a maximum of A4 sheets, that's fine. The format is pretty the same, okay? So, but the key thing is to be able to place your artwork, your graphic design on the exact center of the sheet of the paper that you intend to print of the design. If you don't do that, after printing, especially people printing front and back business cards might have it slightly shifted, maybe after when trying to print on the back of the same paper. All right. So the key is to get the graphic at the exact center of the size of the cardstock you intend to use. All right. So I'm actually going to show you another way of printing the double-sided, but today I'm only going to concentrate on how to print only the single-sided. We print, by the way, we print full color business card. The reason you're seeing black and white is the customer only wants it on black and white, so we can print full color, right? So let's get started. First of all, we have to go to File, click on New, and choose what size of the paper do you have. So we have A3. So I want to use my A3. I can also use my SSR A3, which is maximum of A3, right? So if I select this, and this is Adobe Illustrator, by the way, forget my manners, this is Adobe Illustrator. You could design your file even with CapCut. And CapCut, is it CapCut? What do they use? I've forgotten what they use. There is some of this free software that will allow you to design your graphic. I don't think it's CapCut. CapCut is for videoing. What's that? I've forgotten. Well, I use Adobe Illustrator, right? If you go to File, New, and you select the size you want and just click Create. So now that we've created grid, the first thing again to do is to open up your rulers and grids. By opening it up, I mean you should make them visible. And you can only make it visible by clicking here. You go to the right, you see where it's written ruler and grids. You click here. And once you click it, you can see that your rulers are turned up, right? And we want to use you don't want to use this, you could use that if it's going to help you, but we're not going to use that. We're only interested in using our rulers, all right? So first of all, look at where this stopped, all right? This is the zero. The size of the A3 stopped at the tip of it stopped at zero mark and started at zero mark and stopped at 300 mark, right? So what we have to do, where do you think would be sometimes, so for me, how I learned this, I did it by trial and error. So the first thing I would advise you to do is to drag your ruler, you drag it, you can see. So let's perhaps put it here. By the way, the size of our business card, you say I'm stopping it at 50. You can see that, right? At 50, you can see the line, the ruler at 50. And you can also start another one. So it means we are giving it 50 mm by the side. I know that is too big, but don't worry. So let's drag another one for this one. So I'm put at the 250 mark here. By the way, the size of our business card is going to be 8.5 centimeter by 5.5 centimeter height. All right. So doing this, we wouldn't like to waste our papers, would you? You wouldn't like to waste your papers, so we're also going to drag from here, from the top also, and perhaps stop it at this um zero mark, right? Let's just stop it. Or this is high, or let's just stop it at here, somewhere here, right? Zero, and let's drag also here and stop somewhere here and stop somewhere here. Look at the size of our. Let's get first testing, all right? So the size of our this is going to be, let's edit it to make it the exact size of our business card. Our business card is 8.5, which is 85 by 55. So that's it. This is the size of our business card. We're actually testing. Still going to move our rulers. That's how to get it perfect. That's how to do that, right? You use your line guide, your eyes to guide you. You know, your visual representation matters here. So what you have to do is put here, what would you like? You would like at least three business cards to appear on each line, right? So let's drag and drop. By dragging and drop, you're clicking Control and Alt. You hold, make sure you turn on your guides, right? So look at it, and we're also going to do another one, Control D. So you can see we need to shift our rulers again back to the left and to the right. So let's do that. Let's shift our rulers. Let's see if we can put it at the center. The center is after the big line. So let's drag this. Oh, needs to drag it. Oh, I can. I hope I didn't lock this. Did I? No. No. No, I did not lock it, so it should be unlocked. Click to hide guide. So, good, good. So this is it, right? And make sure they're all locked. That was what I actually checked. So I'm putting it at the center of the zero here, the center. And I'm also going to move this one again backward to put it at the center. All right, so the center is the big one. So which is the big one, all right? And let's now move our business cards to see if they're going to fit. Good. So they fit, but you need to, let's see what we can do again. Remember, our aim is to make sure that they are at the center of the. So let me move that a bit. Good, good. So I think the business cards are the center right now. So what we have to do is to drag our guide again to make sure it's touching the tip of the business card. And by the way, after this, what you have to do is to save your template so that any other time you want to print the business card, you can simply remove the graphic on it and place a new one that you want to do, right? So let's move this one. See, we've moved it. You can see the intersect. That's the pink line showing that it's touching the tip of the business card. So what next we have to do? What we have to do is we highlight it, copy them, and then Control D, right? Hold your Alt and Shift key to drag it to, you see, look at what I'm doing. Make sure it's touching it, they are intersecting with each other, and we do Control D multiple times. All right. So multiple times. This is for the back, the down part, and so it's time for us to adjust the top and the bottom. So by adjusting the top and the bottom, what do we have to do here? Move, we need to move this to the side, to the center. That's after 1, 2, 3, 4, good. And we need to move this one also after 1, 2, 3, 4 to the center. Now we need to move this also a bit. So I think there um So, well, with the bottom part, so let's now shift. First of all, we need to lock our grids so that they don't move when we are moving our file, our design, all right? So that they don't move. So let's lock it. Let's lock our grids. Where's that? No. Oh, where's my grid? Why am I not seeing them? So now let's lock our guides. The reason why we have to lock our guides, these ruler guides, is because if we don't lock them and highlight our graphic, they're going to move with our graphic. And our aim is to move the graphics a little bit up to the top and so that this bottom part can fit in very well, right? So to lock that, what we have to do is to come here to the right of the designer, that's the Adobe Illustrator, and see you see the option that has a padlock that is open. Opening means that it's not yet locked. So once you click on it, it will lock. So you can see that the padlock is locked. So these grids are locked and can't be moved anymore, can't even be highlighted. So what do we do now is to shift, select all the graphics, and remember, we're trying to have a template that we're going to work with, all right? So we selected all the graphic. It's now time for us to use our shift key and push it up, arrow key rather, and push it up. So it's up and it's touching the tip. Let's see. It's actually not yet touching the bottom. Remember, our aim is to create. So let's move it down a little bit to be at the center. Good. So let's see. Let's move it. So it's okay. To me, it's okay. It's okay. Visually, it's okay here. We have to unlock our grid and move it to touch the tip here, and go to the bottom and move it again, the bottom one to touch here. We are not saying we have the exact um centralized image of our paper size here, but visually with your eyes, you could say that we tried, we got it right. And the only thing you have to do is to ensure that if you're printing front and back, you must make sure that after printing the front, you delete this same one and put your graphic design at the exact same spot of the front image that you printed, all right? So that's it. We have this now. So it's now time for us to go back, lock our grid, delete all our graphics. We now have a template to work with. Let's delete them and go and get the customer's graphic that we want to print. This is what we want to print. Make sure that the size is the exact size of what we created, which is 85 by 55 mm by 55 mm. If you convert it to centimeter, it's going to be 8.5 by 5.5. So we do Control C, and come here and place it in. I wouldn't like to use crop mark. I already have a perfect template. Why I don't want to use a crop mark is because my files already designed itself. All right. Um, there's a distinct position of the top and the bottom, so I don't need my crop mark. You can see. So what you have to do is you use your top arrow key, shift it to touch the tip, and use the left arrow key to move it to the left. That's what we have. So we do hold the Alt key and Shift key to duplicate this. Once you see intersect, make sure you have all your crop marks, all your lines, lines and margins opened up, right? So what you have to do is say this, Control Z. So I did hold this. You need to hold it very well. Good. You're seeing the intersect and you're seeing the pink line showing that both of them are intersecting with each other. You double click and leave it. You do another one, Control D, right? So you can see the template is working. So what we have to do is to duplicate a few more lines so that we can have rows, right? You can see the intersect there. You release it and give Control D. Let's see one more time. And that's it. That's our template. If you want to save this so that next time we don't have to start checking if the in the center or not, what you have to do is you simply come to file, come to the file and do save as, save as, go to your computer, make sure that this under here, this option, you have to select Illustrator template. You need to select that, all right? I don't want to do that because I already have my template and cancel. Let me just cancel it and go back to the work we did. And if you want to put crop marks, you can put crop marks. I'm not putting crop marks here. Let me show you how to put crop mark. Let me use my former. This is the first design I did for another customer. So there are crop marks here. What I have to do is to remove these crop marks. I can just remove this crop marks. Just to undo crop marks. Remove it. If you want to put another one, so if you go to effect, you see the crop marks here that has been added for you. Look at it here. These are the crop marks. Crop marks means it will aid you when you're cutting your business card because they are very small cards. You need to make sure that you're cutting them very well and to get the exact size. All right. So I don't need this. I've already done it before. So what I have to do is to delete it now. Let's go back to what we've been doing and send our design to the printer. So let's send this our design. Sorry. These are design. So it's time for us to send it to the printer. I have to go to File, Print, and I'll choose my printer size, my printer name rather, media size. Make sure come to media size. And by the way, I'm printing with Xerox, right? So my file media size is A3. Make sure you select it. That's another thing I used to do. I don't know if that's going to work for you, but it works for me. If you come to scaling, do not use custom scaling. What you could do is just make sure you're fitting it to page, all right? So that it will fall back where at the exact center of the page, and that's it. So you go to setup. Don't worry, in a few minutes I'm going to show you how to, I'll take you to the printer and see, you're going to see how beautiful our design is, right? Continue, and that's it. Let's go, let me select this and let's leave it here and go to the printer. I've sent my printer, my artwork to the printer. It's now time for it to print. So let's give it a few minutes and it will print. Good. Perfect. Perfect is out. Printed, perfect. That's the design, printed. Thank you. And so the next thing we have to do now is to take it to the cutter and cut it out to form the actual business card. All right, we're going to do that now. So it's now time to cut our business card. We're going to use our manual cutter to cut our business card. All right, so let's do that. I start by cutting the edges, the two edges. That's what I usually do. We use this to put it very well so that they will align with each other. Let me cut my edge. You put in your trash bin and cut another edge. The straight line. I finished cutting the two edges. It's time for me to cut the tips, but before I cut the tip, let me just fast forward this and I will show you the final outcome, okay? Let me not bore you with this. This is the final version of the business card. You can see. Let's cut the last part. Always make sure that you put everything right inside to be flat. I always use this. Alright, so it's cut, you cut gently. Good. This is my customer's business card. All done, all printed. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. So next video, I'm going to show you how to print double-sided with the same, it's actually the same format, the only thing you need to know, you need to ensure, and whenever I'm printing front and back, I always use crop marks to guide me, right? Next video, I'm going to show you how I do that. Thank you very much, and keep watching, subscribe to our channel, and place your order. I'm going to leave the link below if you want to buy a business card. We sell 100 pieces for £12 and 200 pieces for £16. All right, I'm going to leave the link below. Thank you very much. Bye.